In the previous chapter, we looked at how to find the equation for a line looking at a table. We're now going to look at how to find the equation of a line from its graph. We start with the same general form for the equation of a line. Every line can be written as y equals a plus bx. Okay, that a is a little sloppy. Let's clean that up. Alright, y equals a plus bx. And a is always the y-intercept. So I'm going to write that down here. A is always the y-intercept. That means where the line crosses the y-axis. So if you look at this line up here, it crosses the y-axis at 1, 2, 3, and that's positive 3. So y equals 3 plus, okay, now I need to find b. b is the slope. So let me switch colors here. If you look right here, you can find the slope by counting. It's up 2 and over 3. So rise over run. The slope is 2/3. So I know that it's 3 plus 2/3 x. Okay, so a is the y-intercept, and b is always going to be your slope. Okay, if you're wondering why a is always the x-intercept, think about plugging 0 in for x. If x is 0, then you're going to do 2/3 times 0, which is 0. Then you're going to do 3 plus 0, which is still 0, so your y will be 3. And think about where 0, 3 is on the coordinate plane. It's right there. Okay, let's look at another example. Now, right off the bat, you should notice on this one that the slope is going to be negative because the line is going downhill from left to right. Okay, so again, y equals a plus bx. So y equals, what do you think a is? Well, just like last time, 1, 2, 3. You got to go up 3 to find the y-intercept, so it's 3. This time the slope is negative, so it's going to be minus. And again, let me change the color here, make it easier to see. So on this one, it's down 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, 2, 3. So the slope is going to be 4/3, or rather negative 4/3. So 3 minus 4/3 x. Okay? Alright, let's look at another example. Alright, so on this one, again, I'm going to start knowing that every line can be written in this form, y equals a plus bx. So I'm going to look at the graph and find the y-intercept. Well, the first thing you'll notice is that I have to go down, so it's definitely a negative. The other thing you'll realize is that it isn't exactly -1. It's somewhere between -1 and -2. In this particular case, this isn't really the best way of finding the equation, but I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. I'm going to say -1.1 plus, and then to find the slope, I'm going to note here that it is up 1, 2, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can verify by doing that again. Up 1, 2, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means the slope is 2/5, because we went up 2 over 5. So -1.1 plus 2/5 x. Later, we'll look at how to be more exact, because I'm guessing that this -1.1 is not exact, it's just an approximation. But for the time being, I just want to show the concept. That way, when we find out how to do it exactly, you'll appreciate the power of that technique. Okay. Horizontal lines and vertical lines are a little bit different. So let's look at the horizontal line first. You can still use our approach, y equals a plus bx. So then I'm going to come here and I'm going to look for the y-intercept. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, positive 6. Plus, Well, what is the slope of a horizontal line? The slope of a horizontal line is always 0. Now, 0 times x is 0, so typically we just write y equals 6. And the x drops out of the equation completely, which makes sense because that means x can be anything you want. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or -4, -5, but the y value is always going to be 6, and that traces out this horizontal line. Typically, if I see a horizontal line, I don't go through these first two steps. I just know that it's going to be y equals a number. And so I just count, y equals 6. Okay, the vertical line. What I said earlier wasn't quite accurate. You can't actually write the equation of every line in this form. You can't do that for a vertical line because notice there is no y-intercept. So what would you possibly put for A? There is nothing. And then for B, B is the slope. Remember, the slope of a vertical line is undefined. So you can't plug into A or B. So you just have to use a different strategy. And this is what it is. It's sort of like if a horizontal line is y equals 6, vertical lines can always be represented with an equation of the form x equals a number. In this case, x, for every point on the line, x is 1, 2, 3, but it's backwards, so x equals -3. Okay, for your homework, you're going to have to find the equation of each line. Hang on, I need to put lines in here. Okay, now we have 4 lines. So for your homework, please find the equation of each line. Remember, you can do that by plugging into y equals a plus bx. A is the y-intercept, b is the slope. For line 4 in particular, since it's vertical, you will use a different strategy. Refer to the previous screen for help with that.